Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? This is Scotty Bryant. I am the broker associate at Combs Premier Realty Group, Tampa team lead, and also I'm sitting next to one half of Bryant and Associates. Tell them who you are.
Danielle Bryant with Bryant and Associates. I'm the Director of Operations and New Home Buying Specialist Agent.
All right, all right. Well, tell us a little bit about what do you do on the team, and what is the Director of Operations?
You answer phone calls, a lot of emails, reply, and just make sure us as a whole are engaged in other activities.
All right, and I mean, you joined the team. You got your license. You went full time. All right, that's cold turkey. You left corporate America. You joined my team. You've already been doing great. All right, so what led to that? Why did you go full time? What made real estate it for you?
Well, of course, I feel like I always been a realtor, but I just received my license. But seeing all the hard work that you previously done, and just over time, like just the clientele, it increased. So you needed more people on your team. So I just wanted to be that person for you.
Well, I tell the truth and shame the devil. Now, you were always a part of that. You was always the one in the back doing these administrative type duties. All right, I think it was more so just time and opportunity. I think the time that you stepped up was perfect for me. I mean, we're growing rapidly. We have Tavia Williams that we've how that transpired is, she was once our client, and we helped her become a homeowner. And now she was helping with some administrative duties, and now she's on the team. We have a few more agents that have joined, so it's almost right on time. So tell me a little bit about what does real estate mean to you?
Right now, it means everything. I've seen what real estate can do, especially for what it done for me and you, and and you helped a lot of my family members and friends. So I see the power of real
Go ahead,
estate.
tell them. Go ahead, tell them. So when we first got into this, I said, babe, we can't jump into real estate unless we become homeowners. So we were staying off 10th Street. All right, if y'all know 10th Street and Lakeland, that's in the hood. So you can get you a good 3-bed, 2-bath for like $600. Right, we were living good at that time. I was making a lot of good money, but I was in corporate America, and I said, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get us a good credit score. We're gonna get you a house. And then I'm going to get full-time real estate, and I'm going to get paid off that. And we did that. I was able to get our very first home, not new construction, but I got paid off of it, right?
Right.
That was pretty cool. All right, so my next thing I want to really talk about is, we're helping a lot of people on a day-to-day basis, but some people in this industry are not even homeowners. How does it feel to be a homeowner?
It feels good. Like you said in the beginning, when you first became a realtor, you was like, well, let's purchase a house. And, it's funny, just looking back, how we also went to a home buyers class, because and Scott was like, well, if I'm going to purchase a house and I'm going to have clients, I need to see what my client's going to go through. So we actually sat in, was it a 6-hour course
with
for
300
home
people?
buyer for home buyer, and just going through the process. So real estate is a lot. So it's a lot of dedication, a lot of work, but you always have put in the work. So
I think another big thing that we picked up from that, I mean, sitting into a classroom of 300 people for 6 hours just to get to hour 6 to find out that we made too much money to qualify for the program. I mean, what we do now, we like to give out information that's going to help people determine if they need to come to our events or not. Right? We'll tell you, okay, this program qualifies up to $25,000, $30,000, and that leads to the next thing I talked about, because you've always been a hero in my books. All right, full-time mom, the best mom in the world. All right, we got 2 daughters, 2 beautiful daughters, just got a new son. But, now that you're a full-time realtor, right, you're a hero. You've been in the healthcare field for, the vast majority of your corporate America time frame. You and Tavy just put together an event called the Hometown Heroes. What is the Hometown Hero program?
It's a program that's targeted for our vets, police, law enforcement officers, nurses, firefighters, that allows them to take advantage of a grant that will assist them with up to 25,000 to become a homeowner.
Yeah. So a good thing I saw that program did was it gave another option, and that's what our company, their motto is. At Combs Premier is to educate, provide options, and deliver results. So having a tool that we could actually work with the clientele that we're already working with, nurses,
Right.
doctors, teachers, pharmacists, lawyers. It doesn't matter. Like these essential workers, they want to save their money too.
Exactly. Like us all, we all want to, save some money, no matter how much money you make. Whether you're a doctor making over six figures, I mean, anything helps.
Now, there's a saying that says, if you want to go quickly, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together, right? Um, just thinking about Bryant and Associates, right? How did that come about? How do you think that fully came about? Because there's a guy behind the camera that helped us out with that name, but how did that come about?
Because of you. You started off, I mean, as a one man show. You were doing things that a person that have a group of
No,
people
no, no,
doing.
not a one man show. You
You were,
you
you
were
were.
killing it now.
Yeah, a little, but
Go
I
back
was
and
in the.
now go back and say this. Now you said I helped a lot of your family and your friends. Now that's important because that goes to support because a lot of those people did not have to go through us. So, I mean, I was watching a podcast with one of our brokers, and he said something in the lines of, he said it in a nice way. The nice way was, if you're not supporting, you're not important. So I'm just going to say, if you're not supporting, you're not important. But at the end of the day, it doesn't cost money to support, to share a post, share an event, like tag somebody that might be interested. But how much did support, all right, play into you making that decision to go full time? I mean, because you had to feel as though your family, friends, past coworkers were going to support your decision and go with you as a realtor. How much did that play a part in your decision?
Like you said, it played a huge. I mean, you probably done sold houses to all my coworkers too.
Mm-hmm.
So just knowing
Line them
that
up.
they trust you, and then I was like, you know what? The more people I'm slinging to you, giving to you, I might as well, help be a part of it. Like start instead of being like, hey, this person here, we a team also.
Right.
So.
Right. I know. I don't believe this. They say that real estate is a man dominated field, but every time I look up, I see powerful women in real estate. So, to you, in your opinion, what does being a woman in real estate feel like? Is it a superpower or is it super scary?
I think it's both. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, I still have to be a full time wife, a full time mom,
Mm-hmm.
and then as an entrepreneur, I still have to execute.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's gonna get done. So, it's a superpower.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, we have three kids,
Mm-hmm.
so I have to take care of them, and then of course I still have to cook, clean, and be a wife.
First of all, you're a heck of a cook. I think behind my mama, all right, and recipes Gloria, Jean Brown, Pastor Boyd, but behind my mama, you're the best cook I've ever tasted food from. So shout out to you. But go ahead. You were saying?
Probably not. You better say your brother. He's gonna pinch you.
Oh, my brother.
But
Oh, Duke.
do
Duke,
your
he
time.
can shake a few pots. He's okay.
Yeah.
But just thinking about it, I mean, you know, now that you're full time, our first house wasn't brand new. I
Nope.
know this is a shifting market. Builders right now are offering crazy incentives, a lot of which we've taken a part of. And at the top of the pandemic, 2 years ago, we decided to sell our first house, and we transitioned into a new house. So, what are your thoughts right now when dealing with clients when they ask you, should I go resale or new construction?
Well, since we experienced resale and new construction, both of them have pros and cons. New construction, they have warranties. With resale, you purchase as it is.
You got to buy your warranty yourself.
Yeah. So I mean, your house doesn't have to be your starter home doesn't have to be your forever home. I mean, if you find a home, and our goal is to, you know, get people in the house, because we've seen what real estate and what they can do for you.
Right.
So you have a home, the freedom, and it creates a extra bank for you. So
All right. Now, I mean, to better break that down, you said extra bank. 2 years ago, when we purchased, built the home, it took maybe 6 to 8 months for it to close. And at the time of closing, I think we were up maybe 30, 40,000 in equity. As of a few months ago, doing an appraisal, we're up $200,000 in potential equity. Now, equity is the difference between what the home is valued and also what you actually owe on that property. So to have that right there at your fingertips, I mean, it hits different, all right? Because when we were renting, all right, in that little old apartment on 10th Street,
yeah,
right?
she didn't even want to give us our deposit back.
All right.
I cleaned the house and she was like, "Oh, it's a deep cleaning fee." I said, "Oh, okay."
You can keep that deposit 10 times over now.
Okay.
But going into the next thing, I mean, we've picked up on events. We picked up on actually supporting other events, and I go off of this saying. I keep it in the back of my mind, and I like to live by that with our team and what we're actually getting ready to do in 2023. So net work and net worth. True or false?
100% true. I mean, the more you have resources and you're engaging in a community, I think that's how you're going to be successful. Because when you have those clients and they give you those tough questions, and if you like, dang, I should have,
Or objections?
or objections, you have something, you have a rebuttal or something to go ahead and just get them the answers that they need, the resources that they need.
Now, as far as network, we like to get a lot of first-time home buyers, and then we have other courses where we're going to now start getting more investors and more serial entrepreneurs in one room to grow together, right? And just to go along with what you said, they're giving us objections, but if you get them in one room and you give them all the resources, you give them all the tools, and you give them people that have amassed that type of success that they want, all right, it makes for a better client because now they're more educated, right? Now they're
Realistic.
more realistic and they're more trustworthy because we're not a hoarder of resources,
Right.
right? We put it right there in front of you.
I get excited when I find something new. I'm like, hey, who can I share this with? So I think every time I grab something new, I'm like a kid at a candy store. It's about to help somebody make some money.
Amen.
So,
Amen. Shout out to you with the Hometown Hero program. I mean, we have somebody under contract right now with their first home. I mean, how does that feel too? I know it's a little bit off topic. We didn't talk about that, but you had a friend that actually got you into your job that you actually walked away from, right? This is your best friend. She came down with cancer. You were there with her through the chemo, through everything, and for her to come back and fight back and to come back to you as the resource, the real estate resource to help them get their first Florida home. How does that feel?
I don't know. It feels good. I can't say I don't know, but it do feel good. You put yourself out there. You're a new real estate agent. Everybody know your husband, and you just trying to make a name for yourself, and for the people that's closest to you to believe in you, and especially having like over a $500,000 house. It feels good.
Girl, you gonna let me hold a couple dollars now. Now, this pretty much wraps up everything up. I mean, did you want to leave any parting words? We didn't want to take pivots time too much of their time, but did you have any parting words? Anything that you wanted to motivate the clients that might be looking at you and might say, "Girl, I want to talk to you."
Look, You have to create your own story. You have to, experience stuff for yourself. You may have an auntie, uncle, grandma, mother who's already a homeowner, but they can tell you their story, but what about your story? You have to stay motivated. If your goal is to become a homeowner, don't let anyone tell you anything different. Oh, the interest rates. Well, I seen and I read about it. It was like, people get a credit card with a 25% interest rate. So why are you complaining for a $400,000 loan with a 6 or 7% interest rate? Fall in love with the home, not the interest rate. You can always refinance later.
Come on now, look here. So I'll probably piggyback off of that and say something in the sense of don't put off something that you should have been doing anyways.
Exactly.
Trying to buy a house. So don't let rates be a factor. Don't let the market be a factor. Don't let what you see on CNN be a factor, right? Because as a renter, you're paying 100% interest
100.
rate if we're going to talk realistic, because that's another thing we do. We like to be very realistic and transparent in any case, right? So whether you want to hear it or not. So, if you're going to be on the market, we do service the entire Central Florida region, but we do go as far as Tallahassee, as far south as Miami, and we do service parts of Georgia, mainly Atlanta. But we enjoy the time. I enjoy looking at you, as always. I got to ride back home and look at you the whole time. So we did great. And that is all, Pivot. So other than that, if you guys happen to be in the market, follow us, like this video, tag us in anything, anybody that's in there. So follow me on my Instagram, Scott Bryant Realtor, and follow Danielle at her Instagram on what?
Danielle Williford.
All right. And that is all, folks. Bleep, bleep, bleep.
Can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then I go